Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a genuine investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP and a new legal update on the Discovery and RICO lawsuit brought by Scott. We're also going to be looking at Meta Materials, and it now, unfortunately, is now trading on the OTC. And then we're also going to be looking at earnings for Target, which was a significant beat. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the markets. And we can see here, first headline from Bloomberg is that stocks currently are trimming gains as traders are passing the jobs revision, and US payrolls marked down by the most amount since 2009 in terms of the preliminary data. So this data has just been released, and we can see that US employment fell by 818,000 in the latest government revision, and overall this is not specifically good news. So the US economy employed 818,000 fewer people than initially as of March 2024. So in terms of key factor affecting the markets, obviously inflation is the biggest, but this one is so far not good. But I think if we get a positive statements from Jerome Powell later on, I mean, I'm still hoping for a significant bounce. And we can see here news with regard to Target. So from Forex Live, we can see that Target shares are soaring as the US consumer remains strong. So this is in response to strong retail sales that were just released a few days ago, and they have led to the significant bounce in the market. So Target shares were up approximately 15%. They raised their full year profit forecast, and also they had the first rise in quarterly sales in a year, leading to this significant jump in the share price. So great news there. So if we have a look at the chart for Target, ticker symbol TGT, we can see again at time of editing it is up in excess of 11%, trading at $159.92. Let's now move to have a look at an update on Scott's RICO and Discovery lawsuit. And what he posted earlier is that we have made a move using the portion of the Federal Rule of Civil Procedures where the custom fit to our situation was with regard to a possible loss of evidence. So I think this could be also potentially linked to Meta Materials facing bankruptcy, and he goes on to say that he's asked for the blue sheets and Draddy's emails to be filed under seal to the court. So let's have a look at the update that he shared. So obviously this is a first amended complaint, and Scott is introducing this to the defendants, who include Ari Rubenstein, GTS Securities, Charles Schwab, FINRA, and also should we say the respectful Gary Gensler of the SEC. And if we move on to have a look at some of the key changes and modifications that Scott has made, he states here, Plaintiff Trout's 20th of August 2024 motion for the limited expedited discovery for electronic blue sheets and other tangible things against the defendant, FINRA. So I think what Scott is looking to do is preserve any evidence before it is, should we say, mysteriously disappears. He goes on to say, critical to the suit and further evidence with regard to the RICO conspiracy, central to the claims are the declaration of George Palikaris' support for the plaintiff in the Intercoastal Waterways lawsuit. That was the Mark Seal one, also covered in the previous video. So I think this is an important addition that Scott is adding in, because I think George Palikaris' statement is certainly credible, it's very strong, and it is supportive to his claims here. So he states here, signed under oath on 15th of August 2024 from George Palikaris, and the entire document is a damning indictment of the stock trading insanity that infused MMTLP from day one. So he goes on to say, FINRA knew it had a problem with how MMTLP started trading, were aware of the fraud, We're also aware of who actually started MMTLP trading against the company's wishes, and they chose to do nothing about it. So again, strong words there. And he goes on to say, in terms of the legal standard, I think he's using some important precedents here. Our court may order discovery before the Rule 26F conference, and the requests for expedited discovery are typically appropriate, where they will be better enable the court to judge the parties' interests and respective chances for success on the merits of a preliminary injunction hearing. So he is looking for this discovery, which I think is very, very important for everybody out there in the community. In terms of the conclusion, the court should grant this motion and issue an order to FINRA to comply no later than the 9th of September 2024 to get all the documents sought under a seal to this court for safekeeping. So signed by Scott, and obviously I don't think Scott has an attorney, and we also know who the other parties involved include. And if we look at an important document from the appendix, we can see here he's also using precedent of previous order granting expedited discovery, and this was the Daily Wire LLC versus the United States Department of State. We can see here that's Appendix X, so if it's been done before, the court has no reason to do it again. And the other appendix I'd like to remind you of here is with regard to RICO, Appendix U, and it's again confirmation here of an email sent to Sam Draddy of FINRA saying MMTLP was oversold, short numbers as of January the 2nd, 2023, referring to the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, request number 27. So directly addressing Sam Draddy, writing to him to say this is a RICO case against a few participants in the ongoing MMTLP U3 halt trading saga, and Scott is seeking documents from you now, with specifically under the Federal Rules Civil Procedure 27. So again, huge credit to Scott for bringing an update here. So I think certainly from all the lawsuits that I've seen so far, this certainly for me is the most interesting one. Finally, let's finish off by having a look at an update for ticker symbol MMAT, or should we say ticker symbol that was previously MMAT Meta Materials. And what I posted earlier is that Meta Materials is now trading under the symbol MMATQ, and this is a reflection of its transition to the OTC markets due to the delisting from NASDAQ. So there was a Chapter 7 filing, and that was also covered in some previous videos, and in this filing it was announced that Meta Materials are going to appoint a trustee that will be appointed to liquidate assets and pay off debts. The trustee will also manage the process and distribute proceeds to the creditors. And the next post I'd like to share with you is from Guess Who stated, "Dear MMAT Board of Directors, just received a reminder of how much you all suck." So we can see the image here, corporate actions notice, MMATQ moved to the OTCPK market on Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. MMAT performed a ticker change to MMATQ on Wednesday, 21st of October. And the above information is for reference and does not constitute an investment recommendation. So basically, if we have a look at the chart, or should we say the new chart for Meta Materials, which is now MMATQ, trading on the OTC, currently down approximately 3% at time of editing at 51 cents. So not good news there, and I certainly hope going forward the board are held to account, and I also hope that this is not the end of the story. And finally, if you would like to get further details with regard to our daily stock alerts as well as the weekly watch list, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.